Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Laura Cut. So today I am going to be teaching you how to make your own mask at home. There's actually an order out right now saying that everyone that is going out needs to wear a mask, so I'm going to show you how to make one at home. So these are just some examples that we've made. So we have one that you can make with a t-shirt, you can make it with any fabric, or we made one with just regular cloth and flannel fabric. Let's get into the video. So what you need, some cloth, fabric cloth, some elastic, pins, scissors, a tape measure, a seam ripper, and a sewing machine. Okay, so this is with people with sewing experience, so I'm not going to show you how to thread the machine. There's other YouTube videos for that, but I will just show you the basics of making the mask. So first, what we're going to do, we're going to have our cloth pattern, 7 inches height and 9.5 inches wide. We're going to cut the flannel cloth and the regular fabric like that. We have both of our pieces of cloth, and we're going to start inside out. So the very soft side is going to go inside, and the pattern of the fabric is also going inside. So we're going to put them together. Alright, perfect. So now we're going to start sewing. So I'm actually going to start in the middle of the width just to get a good knot going. Okay, so once you sew all the way over here with 1 inch left, you're going to measure out 7 inches of your elastic, and you're going to insert it in horizontally underneath of the cloth and the flannel. So you're going to put it in like that, put the clamp down, and sew right over it. Always make sure that your needle is down. So then we're going to put the clamp up, turn it, and we're not sewing the elastic. We want to move the elastic to the side, because this will be your ear loop for later. So you're gonna sew this fabric until you get, again, 1 inch away. And it's okay if the sides don't automatically align, because we are gonna be turning this inside out anyway. So making sure that your needle is up and your clamp is up, we're gonna put that elastic that we had before on the other side and put it in horizontally like this. All right. Then we're going to close the cloth, put the clamp down, and sew right over it. So that's your first ear loop. So we're going to do the other side. Making sure that your elastic is out of the way, push it to the side inside of the cloth, clamp down, and we're going to repeat the same steps that I just did for the other side. Once again, we're going to stop, put the clamp up, put the needle up, get your other piece of 7-inch elastic, put it in the cloth, horizontally, close the cloth, making sure that your elastic does not stick out. Sew right over it. We're gonna turn, put the needle up, and make sure that your elastic is again inside of the cloth so you won't sew over it. And this is our last part for the elastic, and sew right over it again. All right, and now we're gonna reverse so we can just make a knot so the elastic doesn't go anywhere. So now we're gonna take our clamp up, we're gonna remove this and cut it with your pair of scissors. So it's gonna look like this. So now we're gonna turn it inside out. This is when you'll start to see how the elastic attaches, if your stitch job is okay. You can sometimes shake it out, it doesn't come out all the way. So we got a good basis of our mask here, so if you want to wear it like this, you can, but with a lot of masks, they do have the little flaps like this, just for more protection of your face. So I am going to be doing that as well. It's just a preference for nurses and surgeons if you want to make some for them as well, help them out, or if you just want to make one for yourself. This part is probably the trickiest, is putting in the flaps. You have to have the right amount of measurements for this part, and this is where you're going to need your pins. First, you're going to fold it upwards like this and put it down. You might need to do a couple tries just to make sure that these are all even. I'm just going to start small. So we're going to go here. And I did leave a little hole open. That was where we flipped the mask inside out. So we're gonna make sure that that's pinned together so we can sew that afterwards. Get a pin, and we're gonna put it at the ends. You can usually just do both ends. I usually do the middle too, just to make sure that it's secure. And we're just gonna repeat that until we're out of fabric. So for the middle, we're gonna pinch and go up, making sure that the fabric is aligned. And for the middle one, you don't necessarily need a middle pin because all that matters is that we're going to be sewing the sides so the flaps will stay. And the last one. And sewing this part is the last step to your mask, and then we are all done. This is what it's gonna look like when you're done doing the flaps. You have all your pins here. Now we're gonna start sewing again. You never want to sew over metal or your needle will break, so please be careful with that. The main key to sewing is guiding. You always have to guide the fabric in order for it to stay. What we're gonna do, you have to be super careful to make sure these flaps don't undo, but we're gonna take this first pin out and we're gonna automatically clamp it so it doesn't go out of place. And then we start sewing. Every time you get close to the other pin, take it out. And a common mistake while doing these flaps is that the flaps will come undone. That's why you have to always hold your hand here. So we're close to the other pin, we're gonna take it out and guide all the way through. And this part is really important. You do not want to sew the flaps together on the bottom part. So I'm gonna take this middle one out so I can show you what I'm talking about. So we're only going to be sewing this part. We're not going to be sewing these two pieces of fabric together to make that flap because it's already done on this side. And you'll see what I'm talking about at the end. So we're just going to sew this together so it has a nice stitch. Still making sure that these flaps are intact on this side. Sometimes it helps if you put the elastic up like this, you can also pull it. Then we're gonna do the other side. This is the part where you can sew together your fabric. Making sure that this is folded and aligned with the other flap. You're gonna pull it, take out the other pin, take out the other pin. All right, perfect. We got our first flap, so what you're just gonna do is go back over them again and your mask is done. Same thing applies. You do not want to sew over for this fabric. You just want to sew one piece of cloth and one piece of flannel cloth. All right, so this is what's gonna look like. This is when you need your scissors because there are gonna be some white threads. So we're just gonna cut the excess off. All right, and there you have your mask. And it extends like that. So this is the end product of what it looks like, and you use these pieces of elastic to put around your ear and you extend it. And there you go. So yeah, you can use all types of different patterns. You can use excess clothing if you have any clothing that you want to get rid of, and please help our medical staff. They're in need of these so badly. So if you have any free time on your hands, which I know a lot of people do since we're staying at home, please help out your local medical staff and try to donate as much as possible. Also, if you want sewing machines and sewing kits at a discounted price, I will be putting the link in the description below, and you can also help us out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and press the subscribe button down below and press that bell for the post notification so you can see every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye!